a frustrating Monaco from what we heard over the radio for you. And the second one in a row where you've had to question the team's strategic calls. How disappointing was Sunday for you from a perspective of being sat in that seat?
It was a frustrating weekend in general. No, I think I was coming into quali believing pole position was kind of possible and we were going to fight for it. And it was the third consecutive Monaco in a row where I had traffic in quali, and the handling of quali maybe of the Q3 run 2 was not ideal, and it left me obviously quite frustrated, as you could tell. That frustration maybe carried over a bit into Sunday, and the way Sunday played out, always trying to pass Esteban, trying to get in front of him, and trying to always think about playing the long game. And yeah, it was maybe after the first pit stop that I realized the team was probably trying to protect from Lewis rather than going for Esteban, that it got me a bit by surprise, and it just left me a bit frustrated for the second stop, and it all became a bit of a pain until I realized that it wasn't the right thing to do and the right thing to react, and now I'm fully focused in Spain, my home Grand Prix, and I'm sure it will be better.
I think a lot of people could sympathise with the frustration you felt because of the situation with you and Esteban on track. Is the decision to look backwards rather than forwards something that's indicative within the team at the moment?
No, I think the team is totally fair and acceptable that they wanted to cover my position with Luis, because at the time the overcut on Esteban didn't look likely. I was still obviously having to show my pace. The rain radar wasn't showing any rain, so why give up a P4 for a P5 when you could still finish P4? So now when I understood that, it became very clear to me that the team was more a bit in that mindset, and probably I was more like not caring and wanted to go forward. And once I realized that, it became clear to me, and I understood it a lot better, and I was left a lot less frustrated about it.
We saw a lot of this last year, and with Charles as well during qualifying, the issues between the pit wall and the car, difficulties with strategy, difficulties with the calls. Would you say it's better this year than last year, and maybe we're just seeing it because of the weight of history?
No, I think people in general and in Ferrari, every decision making, it's questioned, and it makes a huge snowball effect out of everything. And I do feel if any other team does the things we do, it doesn't get portrayed and observed and scrutinized as much as we do. So everything that we do, the way we react, every comment on the radio, it's more broadcasted, and it's huge. Probably also because of our history of the last couple of years, but I think it's been really blown out of proportion, and it's not as bad as it seems. And we are struggling with this year's car. It also doesn't make it easy, like for engineers, for strategists, because we're always kind of going a bit backwards in the race, and this doesn't allow you to move forward. But we know it, and we are trying to correct it with this weekend upgrade.
What do you think this weekend's upgrade will bring?
Hopefully a step into a different direction, and a first opening of a window that allows us to start developing a car that has proved to be very difficult to drive, very on the edge, both in the race and in quali conditions. It's a difficult car, but it's giving Charles and I some tough times, but I think hopefully it can be in the right direction.
How on the edge are you having to drive this car to get absolutely everything out of it?
A lot more than what people imagine, and we are both doing the best we can out there, and we're still both doing some pretty good laps when we can, but it is not easy. What we're trying to do also is now hopefully get a bit into our rhythm. I think we've tried really hard, but maybe because we were not in the level we expected at the beginning of the season, I think now we need to settle down, realize that this is what we have, that we need to develop it and start scoring some consistent results. And
the best place to do that is at home this weekend, with a track that has changed somewhat since last year, back to the old school layout for the old corner, flat out right-hander. How much are you looking forward to that?
Flat out, Sam.
Oh, really? Little lift?
We will see who is flat out. Maybe Kevin is, but
maybe.
FP1.
First lap, first time through.
I think it's a great place to try the upgrades, and see how the car feels. Good testing rig also, as you guys know, and hopefully we can get the season going here.
Lovely stuff. I just have a few more questions for you from the F1 team. which
be
actually
quick.
aren't about you at all.
We have 1 or 2 minutes maximum
Need
because
to,
we still need
press
to stop the zone and press conference.
Lovely. I will be very quick. You know Fernando well. How good is he, and how good can he get?
I don't think he can get a lot better because he's already at the top of his game.
Brilliant. How good has Fernando been for Spain?
Well, he's been everything for Spain and Formula One, and without Fernando, I wouldn't be in Formula One also. So he's also brought another one to the mix.